my take, guys, on the Nyoya Malacca. This is a Malaysian curry I pick up on my journey to Malaysia some years ago, and bringing back a good memory helps to relieve some pressure and stress that we're under as a result of COVID. So cooking is one way to relieve stress. This is why I'm doing this today. This is the first of my stress relieving strategies. Cook some dish that brings joy, good memory and happiness into your heart. This Nyoya Malacca is one of those that bring joy to me, happiness. On my trip to Malaysia, to Singapore, I brought the spices back and I cook it, and it's yum yum. So join me, as we're talking into this Nyoya Malacca, and I hope you can cook yours too, and let me know how you go. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mwah. Hello guys, good afternoon. It's me again, Grace Ronke Adegoke. So today is a very special program. I'm going to start a series on dealing with stress in this present time that we're in. So one of my strategies is to bring back good memory. Something that has made your heart glad, that has brought joy into your life. Maybe some travels that you've done before the COVID. I was very blessed to have just come back from a trip before the lockdown. So, but at a time like this, you cannot but wonder what else is out there. You know, what you want to do, what plans you've already made. You know, of course, the pandemic is across the whole world, and all the measures are in there for a reason, to keep us safe, to keep us alive, you know, and to keep us well. So today, I'm bringing back a very special memory. So, a few years ago, we went away for our 25th wedding anniversary. Okay, so, and a very special place was part of our trip because we had to stop, like a multi-city type of trip. So we were in Malacca. If you know where Malacca is, give me a thumb up already. Okay, so we went to Malacca. Of course, Malacca is in Malaysia. Malacca is the oldest town, like the most old where Malaysia started. So we visited different parts of Malaysia, and of course we stayed for a weekend in a boutique hotel in Malacca. So I went shopping and brought back some ingredients. I didn't actually eat this dish while we were out there, but a particular curry caught my attention. As you know, I love cooking. So, and one of the ways to de-stress is by cooking. I love getting the ingredients together. I love planning, you know, and cooking it and eating it and nourishing the body and the family. So I got some Nyoya Malacca. So Nyoya Malacca is a curry of Malaysia, or a Malacca curry. So today I'm going to cook a Malacca curry. I already said it a couple of weeks ago when I did the Goan curry of Angel's tailored spice recipe I used. and it came out beautiful and the family were happy. So it's even more special today because my baby has come home from uni. So what an opportunity to set the table, have an exotic dinner, and just have a good laugh with the family. So I'm making today a Malacca curry in Nyoya. It's called Nyoya Malacca. So basically the ingredients, and you know, I was really kind of not surprised but happy to see fresh ingredients in this curry. And of course, I recognized a couple of them from my childhood. So when I take you through the ingredients, you probably understand what I'm talking about. So I'm using this meat instead of chicken. I've cooked this same recipe before a couple of times and it was quite popular amongst our friends and family. So today I'm using some mutton and beef. Of course, these are organic. From this shop I found they do everything organic as well. So but the main thing is the spice. Now have a look at the array of spices I got ready. Definitely you need some onions. Okay, so there's some onions. You need some galanga and some turmeric. I got fresh turmerics here, and also lemongrass. Okay, now lemongrass, ginger and garlic already crushed and ready to go. So, and I'm including some of my favorite root vegetables in this recipe as well, not necessarily part of the tradition. So I'm going to throw in some leek and some, guess what? I'll let you keep guessing. Okay, anyway, let me put you out of your mystery. Some celery and leek. You basically open the fridge or the vegetable cupboards and use up what is left there to improve nutrition. So everything else I'm putting, I'm using sweet potato rather than the ordinary sweet potato, some cauliflower florets, and some mixed vegetable just to push up the nutrition of this dish. So, and also I have some coconut milk in here. Look at that. This is just half of the can, and if you can't get the can or any can, any brand, you can use cream coconut because you are going to add liquid anyway. And what excites me the most, I must say, is this palm oil, carotene or carotino as it's called. So I'm going to use a little bit of that to give you that authentic Malacca flavor. Now let's get started. I have the pan on the up, so let me bring you to the up. That right here. Okay, so let's put that down nicely. It is on. Let's, crank it up. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, because palm oil is a kind of oil that can resist high smoking point, is a really good one for this. Okay, otherwise I'll put the meat in first and dry roast, but I'm going to pull the palm nut or palm oil or whichever one you have. You can surely use it in your cooking. So, and the meat is going to go in. All right, so I'm going to let this oil just melt. As you can see, it's even less than a tablespoonful of oil that I'm using. And because we are going to use the coconut milk as well, so it makes sense to reduce the amount of the palm oil or palm nuts or whichever palm that you get hold of. But make sure it's organic. Everything on this table today I can vouch for is organic, and that is the way I encourage you to go about your cooking. Okay, so let's dry roast this meat with the palm Now, the next stage of this cooking is to basically put all of those yummy ingredients in this blender. And I'm throwing in this, and I've also got scotch bonnet, just one scotch bonnet pepper. And you can also put some other type of chili that you might like into this. So I'm just going to quickly cut them up into chunks. Especially the galanga is a little bit hard, a bit hard. So there we go. And throw. It's so easy to do. And what you can do is, if you make this curry once and you think you're going to want to make it again, next time just make more of this spice or this marinade or this sauce. I'll call it sauce because it's going to come out as sauce in a minute. So all in here, and I'm going to blend it up. Let's put the lid on here for now. Okay, let's get some liquid into this blender. I have the filter tap right behind me. Okay. Right. So for this particular task, you need a good volume of liquid. You can see how much liquid, because these are very hard herbs and spices. You know, you need that liquid to submerge, you know, to be submerged in the liquid so it can blend. As you know, liquidizer. Okay, now you're not going to hear me speak because I'm going to blend this up quickly. Okay, that's the blender doing its own thing. Let's give it a couple of minutes to have a nice, well-blended consistency. There we go. Look at that. It's all done. If you can only smell this aroma, you will want to make Nyoya again and again and again. And when I sit down, even before I sit down, I remember the trip we made to the store with my friend Chin Chin, because we met up with our friend Chin Chin, who also live in Malaysia, you know. And the only thing I dive into is spices. So, and of course I came home and I tasted them, and it was bang on, beautiful spices. And what is interesting is that my friend Chin Chin also came to the UK after we visited them. And I made some Malaysian curry for her, and she was really impressed. Well, she loves my food, so no surprise there. Anyway, let me just wipe my hands. And what we need to do now, if you like to caramelize the meat, this will be the time to do it. Okay? So let's bring the camera close to the cooking. There we are. If you want this to be brown, just brown it off a little bit, you know, dry roasting or just browning, that will be perfect. So it is a curry, of course. And the next thing that is going to go in here are the spices. This sauce that I've just blended, you can use a cup, scoop them out, or like I don't tend to do that because I can put the whole of this sauce in here and it gives us plenty of sauces, and I can ask my friend to come and get it out away from this, you know, for their own family as well, so we can all share in the goodness of this Malacca Nyoya. So I'm going to work the heat up to the highest on this up, and I love to tidy up as I go along, so don't mind my freakiness. Okay, so we have it on the highest now, and it should be bubbling away in a minute. Hopefully this sauce is going to cook up nicely. All right. And something else that we could add into here is a little bit of coconut oil, if you like that. Okay, let's grab that over. And I have some sea salt here. I'm going to add some sea salt into the cooking because we want a nice rich flavor taste wise in this cooking. Not just the spices, you want to be able to taste the food nice and yummy. Okay, all right. So you can put a scoop of the coconut into there, and something else that you might want to put maybe a little bit of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, to give it some depth of color. Okay. There we go. Let's put the lid back on. So we won't forget the ginger and garlic. They are all going in at the moment. That is good. So the Nyoya curry, you can use potato. As I said, I think I'm going to pour everything in, use all of it. I don't need to keep this sauce for any other time because I can easily make more. As you have seen, it doesn't even take 5 minutes to make. This is just easy. The most easy blend to do. So something else you can put in here is coriander. Okay, maybe a little bit of coriander powder or fresh coriander. I don't have coriander today, so I'm going to put a little bit of parsley in the end and some of my bits from my trough vegetable garden outside. And the other spice that goes into here is cinnamon. So good tablespoonful, because a lot of other things are going to go into this cooking, so they're going to absorb the flavor of the cinnamon, and I love cinnamon. So I'm putting potatoes, cauliflower, if you have broccoli, throw it in, and I'm putting some mixed veg as well to boost the vegetable component of this dish and increase the volume of vegetable in the dish. So you can always just put potato and then cook your vegetables separate, and of course you can serve it alongside some rice to mop up the liquid, the curry. I've got basmati rice here, that's organic, no particular brand. You can use any brand you want, or brown rice, quinoa, all of those staple consistent starch carbohydrate that I eat a bit of or cook for the family from time to time. Okay, so this curry is not your typical masala or korma, or the color of this curry is going to come out like almost like a pepper sauce. Hopefully we can achieve that today. So I'm going to put the lid on and let it carry on cooking, and I'll bring you back as we get closer to the end of the cooking. So let's put the lid on, and don't forget, we've still got some ingredients there to go. but I want this spice to have the chance to cook very well with the meat, so the meat can absorb all the goodness. And when we come back, I will be throwing in the sweet potato, the cauliflower, mixed veg, so you can vary that and use what you have or what you want in yours. And of course, we will not forget the coconut milk, which is a one of the other special ingredients in this type of cooking, so we will not forget that. And I'm going to bring you back in a few minutes. Thank you. Stay tuned, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to the finishing of the Nyoya Malacca, my Malaysian curry. Bringing back a sweet memory from our trip to Malay and Singapore. So this is how far and what the curry is looking like. Look at that. So I'm going to be adding the last part of the ingredient now. Something else, as I said, you can add some chopped tomatoes, but I'm just going to put a little bit of tomato puree to give it that depth of color that I'm looking for. Okay, so we got that in. You can give it a stir. This is what the curry is looking like at the moment. Okay, so you can give it more color, you know, with the palm oil or the tomatoes, because as you know, palm oil is very rich in carotenoid, which is an antioxidant and is cardioprotective. Okay, it's really good for your heart, not just for the skin. I cook with palm oil, of course, sustainably sourced. You know, we grew up with palm trees in front of our house, in our farms, in our grandparents' farm. I mean, you know, I didn't have a farm with palm nuts or palm tree. So it was life, it was culture and part of life. And when I found out that the Malaysian curry also uses this, I'm very happy, because it brings back good memory. Bring back good memory from what my grandmother's cooking was like, because my grandmother was the best cook in the area. I say that with pride, and if you know my background, you will quickly agree with me. I'm not joking. Okay, she was known for her stew and sauces in the whole of the area, to the extent that even up to today, we, our children, grandchildren especially, we get that nickname now, even as old as I am. Well, I'm not that old, but so enough of the grandma's background. So I'm going to add the potato now, so everything can finish up together nicely. The coconut also gone in, and let me add the should I add the mixed veg? Yes, the potato will only take 5 minutes, because it's already, you know, the curry is kind of boiling as well. It won't take long to cook or to finish. So the coconut milk, we have time to finish up nicely in here. Okay, so I've left a little bit of that coconut in here, so I can put this back in the fridge for another dish or something else that we might love to add coconut to. I'm a big fan of coconut milk. Well, I know somebody in my family doesn't like too much coconut, you know, the flavor, but I love the flavor. The reason why I love coconuts is the flavor. So for their sake, I'm reducing the quantity in this cooking today. So this is the last ingredient remaining. I love cauliflower, to be crispy. So I'm going to add it towards the end, because sometimes you don't even need to cook cauliflower. It's only vegetable, isn't it? So let's give it a really good stir and a taste. Of course, I'm expecting the taste to be there. And the flavor is intense, it's insane. This is yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Believe me, it is. If I say it is, it must be. Okay. So this is one of my tricks. Using everything that is left in a jar, I give it a good shake with a bit of liquid and use it in the cooking. Why not? See, jar is clean. Good tip. Okay. And as much as possible, I like to buy things in glass jar. So and you can do that easily. Okay, so let's give it about 5 more minutes for it to cook further, and the vegetables to soak the spices and the sauces, and of course the curry itself to reduce down and get even further intense. So I hope somebody has got a good grasp of this recipe, and I hope that you will love to give this a try. I love this Nyoya Malacca Curry. So this is, as I said, one of my ways of reducing stress, cooking, bringing things back to life, a past memory, a holiday, or something nice that has happened in your life. This is something you can do to distress, and this is one of my strategies, and this is the first of my series in getting rid of stress or managing your stress in the time we're in. So I hope you enjoyed this cooking, and if you like this video, please let me know by giving it the likes, press the like button, thumbs up, and also please subscribe to my channel, so when I upload another special video, you will be the first to know. So in about 5 minutes, the reveal of the Nyoya Malacca is going to happen, and we set the table and have some nice time with the family. So back in a tick, I'll go get the table set. Welcome back, guys. This is it, the end of the Nyoya Malacca cooking that I've just been raving about and describing to you all day. So everything has gone in. All the vegetables, the cauliflower, the potato, the mixed veg, they've all gone in. And of course, the mutton and the beef combined. So this is my take on the gorgeous Nyoya Malacca. So thank you guys for joining me today, and table is set, and the basmati rice is cooking here for people who want a bit more carbs in this curry. And I was going to serve mine with a side of my vegetable and the coriander, or the parsley rather. The parsley from my vegetables, and of course all of the green leaves together to bring this Nyoya back into my table. Is a very, very beautiful delight. So thank you guys for watching. Have a go and let me know what you think. Have a wonderful day, guys. Goodbye. my take, guys, on the Nyoya Malacca. This is a Malaysian curry I pick up on my journey to Malaysia some years ago, and bringing back a good memory helps to relieve some pressure and stress that we're under as a result of COVID. So cooking is one way to relieve stress. This is why I'm doing this today. This is the first of my stress relieving strategies. Cook some dish that brings joy, good memory and happiness into your heart. This Nyoya Malacca is one of those that bring joy to me, happiness. On my trip to Malaysia, to Singapore, I brought the spices back and I cook it, and it's yum yum. So join me, Grace Ronke, as we talking into this Nyoya Malacca, and I hope you can cook yours too, and let me know how you go. Thank you, guys.